Hello, my topic is about nudging remote tertiary students to procrastinate less on schoolwork. So, benchmarking wise, this is Flip Me by John Wando. His device aims to replicate social presence for remote learning, except his nudging mechanism involves the turning of a crank handle, flipping of papers, and also rolling balls, which can be very distracting. So, for me, I aim to do something with a similar effect, but the interactions should be in the periphery. So 3 weeks ago, I presented this device where users can send work invites to their friends and their avatar grows in size with increased desk presence. And this interface got me thinking I could design a UI from a data visualization approach. So this book, Dear Data, was pretty insightful for me, and the authors represented everyday mundane data using hand-drawn visualizations. So this graph in particular reflects the goodbyes that Stephanie said to others in a week. And each box with a circle represents a goodbye. And the bigger boxes are final goodbyes, the event where she will not be seeing the other person ever again. And the medium boxes are for those that she will likely see again, such as colleagues or friends. And she used colored circles to represent different types of people, such as studio mates, friends, and her husband. So meanwhile, the colored lines represent where she said the goodbye. This is another graph that charts the times that she checked the clock, and every marking means something different, such as checking the clock because she accidentally glanced, because she was hungry, because she was bored, or because she thought of this project. And I personally find this display of complex information in simple visualization very poetic and meaningful, so I tried to incorporate that into my UI. So in the first scenario on Sunday morning at 7 a.m., Siu Ting, she's a morning riser and she gets to work at once. And as she stays at her desk, her avatar grows in size. After about an hour, Siu Ting gets up for a toilet break before returning to her seat. A dot is added to her avatar every time she leaves and comes back. 3 hours later, Siu Ting starts to lose focus. She leaves her seat every 10 minutes to check the fridge, lie down on the sofa, and walk around the house. Just then, Deborah wakes up and sees a trail of dots on Siu Ting's avatar and knows that she is very distracted at the moment. Siu Ting then decides that she has done enough work for now. As she leaves her desk for a prolonged period, her avatar fades into an outline. Deb herself is feeling rather unmotivated on a Sunday, and her device is connected to 19 other friends, yet no one is at their desk. She thought perhaps everyone is out playing and she's the only one left with work to clear. Feeling in need of a companion, she decides to send out a Pomodoro broadcast. Each line of the bar represents 30 minutes worth of desk activity. As the device detects presence, the data adds up and fills an entire line for 30 minutes clocked. Deb presses the line twice to set a 1-hour Pomodoro, then proceeds to broadcast the request. Chung-Kit sees Deb's request and taps on it to accept. The Pomodoro line flashes on both their avatars, signaling the start of their timer. The line fills up for every 30 minutes clocked. Just now, Marie saw Deb's request and chose to snooze it as she was feeling lazy and in denial. She continues to scroll TikTok and the device sounds again, nudging her to stop procrastinating. Marie reluctantly accepts the request. By then, Deb and Chung-Kit had already entered a state of focus and did not notice Marie joining them. At this point, Ellen just came back to her room. She realizes that she missed a study invite from Deb. Wow, and all her friends are at the desk. Peering into the design of each of their progress bars, Ellen sees that 3 of them are in the same group invite and have just started not long ago. However, Ellen has no work to do for the day and chooses to dismiss the invite. Instead, she sends encouraging messages in their Telegram chat to egg them on. At the end of a 30-minute mark, Deb and Chung-Kit's avatar burst into a confetti to signal the completion of a work cycle. Only they can see their confetti. At this point, Deb takes a 10-minute break while Chung-Kit, who is engrossed in work, does not notice the confetti and continues with his work. So moving on to the second scenario, it is Wednesday night at 12 a.m. Siu Ting feels tired but wants to finish up her assignment. She feels in need of some motivation but sees that almost everybody has logged off except Liz. Hence, she decided not to send a Pomodoro broadcast just in case the notification ends up disturbing other people. She clicks the line bar once to set a personal target of 30 minutes. As everyone can see her progress, she feels inclined to complete the work cycle. At the other end of Singapore, Liz is bored and staring at the device, looking for signs of life to keep her going. She's pleasantly surprised to see Siu Ting's personal timer. Turns out Liz was planning to stay on for another 30 minutes or so. She taps on Siu Ting's avatar to join her in a personal target. The line bar flashes on both ends. Siu Ting is doubly surprised to have someone join her at this hour. She triple taps to send a hi, which is reciprocated. At the end of 30 minutes, Siu Ting's avatar bursts into a competitive to celebrate the reaching of a target. She feels pleased at herself for pushing through, and as she checks in on Liz, she notices that Liz is about 10 minutes away from completing the cycle. Marie has a trail of dots on her avatar. Liz has a trail of dots on her avatar, meaning she got distracted a couple of times just now. She taps and holds on Liz's avatar to send an encouragement. Liz sees the pulsating rainbow and feels slightly better. She notices Siu Ting is done with her cycle and sends her a text message asking her to go to sleep. Each user is entitled to send a limited number of hellos and encouragement in the day. This is to limit the chances of having these interactions be distracting rather than motivating. In this exercise, I paid close attention to the hierarchy of information. The more important data like real-time presence, Pomodoro invites, and encouragements are more eye-catching, while data like actual progress bars, number of times they got distracted, are in the periphery. Thank you.